Good day and welcome to Alke-Centric. This is Umlungisi Kandlala. Umiya ucwanini usibe wisala kulandela singalandelana ngoSathane uqo. Thank you for subscribing. Please continue to subscribe, comment, share, and like. Today I'd like us to talk about a family. From my understanding and what I've seen, a family is a pillar of a society, and that is something in recent times that has died, especially among us, the African community. We have seen less and less appetite for young men to get married, even young women as well. So it's something that keeps on growing, but that's not necessarily what I'm going to be talking about. Family in the Western society and family in Africa, particularly in South Africa, because I am based in South Africa, so I'm going to talk about something that I know. In the Western society, I'll make an example of a sitcom, if you guys remember it, My Wife and Kids. Basically, that is Michael's family, hence My Wife and Kids. In family, in our understanding as Africans, I cannot have a family. Let me explain what I mean by that. If I marry a wife, the family I'm building is my father's family or my grandfather's family, as I explained on our on our previous videos, that I am umlanjwana, meaning I am a son of a daughter. Therefore, the family that I am building, that I am going to build, is my father's family or my grandfather's family. For a son does not build his own family in an African sense. A son builds his father's family. So that's how it differs. Now, in this whole situation, and then you find that I am building my father's family. There are my sisters who are not married. They have kids. Who's supposed to take care of those kids? I, because this is not my family. Remember, my sister is my father's child, and her children are my father's children. Therefore, somehow they are my siblings. I am responsible for them. So now, when I then take this Western concept of a family, I destroy what a family is to us. Because when I take this Western concept, I will then take my children and my wife and say my wife and kids. And then I don't care about anyone else. When that happens, quite a number of things happen. Kids, because they need a male figure to guide them. They also need a female figure. So they already have a female figure to guide them, which is my sister. But I need them to play a role of a male figure in their life for guidance, because they are my responsibility as well. So if they lack that, it's not about money necessarily. In an African family, there are rituals that have to be done. To make a simple example, there is what we call imbeleko, a ritual that is done after a child is born. I think a few days or a day after a child is born. That ritual is called imbeleko, where we introduce a child to our ancestors. So if that ritual is not done, that child may have problems in future. You find that this child is problematic, does quite a number of strange things. We may take it as maybe the child is naughty until a certain time that, okay, a family sits down, we consult a healer to find out what really happened to this child, what is going on. And then a healer will tell us that this child lacks grounding, is not connected to their ancestors, hence the behavior. In the Western society, what they naturally do, they would take a child to a psychologist, because a strange behavior, continuous strange behavior, then you then need to understand what causes this strange behavior. In our society, our therapist, in a way, not necessarily that a spiritual healer is a therapist, in a way, would be a spiritual healer. You consult the spiritual healer who will then tell us not just a problem, but who will tell us the cause of the problem. Why do we have this? You find that the child did not, there's a certain ceremony that was not done for the child. Remember, this is just an example. So, if I then, what is this word? You're gonna forgive me, I'm not English. If I don't take my responsibility seriously, which is taking care of these kids and everything that is necessary for them, I am creating what we call in South Africa amapara. In a way, I am creating amapara. Amapara are street kids or homeless people. These children may be troubled and end up leaving the home. They end up in the streets. Sometimes they do not even end up in the streets. They leave the home in a sense that this child, even if they become successful, they leave their home, thus leaving their grounding. Go somewhere else thinking that they are building themselves alive, but they will forever have something that is lacking in them. They will forever have a gap in them. Who created that gap? It is an elder in a family who failed to take a responsibility to be whatever it is that they are supposed to be. If you are an uncle, be an uncle. If you are a father, be a father. And then in an African family, because remember I said this is my father's family, my brother's kids are not my nephews and nieces, they are my sons and daughters, because this is not my family, this is my father's house. Therefore, my brother's kids are my sons and daughters. I wish we as African people, we can try and relearn that thing, because it is necessary. In South Africa, we have a lot of amapara. A lot, all over the streets you have amapara for a number of different reasons. But one of the main reasons, these kids are not just rascals, but they do not have a home. Yes, the house is there, they do not have a home. So we need to be a responsible people, learn to take care of our father's families, because what is happening now, our people are dying, our culture is dying, that which we are has died. But who has a responsibility to rebuild and take care of it? Make sure that we too, as a people take us serious. Other races take us serious. They will only take us serious if we take ourselves serious. Thank you for watching Alke-Centric. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe. See you next time.